Hi, hello, welcome, and welcome back. Huge disclaimer here, I have nothing against single parents looking for love. None. What I am against is sometimes loneliness creeps in and blinds them into falling in love with a complete stranger and then take that person whom they know next to nothing and introduce them to the kids, even living together. That seems kind of reckless, don't you think? I'm gonna give you an example of this. This woman met a man on vacation and immediately married the dude. She's a single mother and on a trip decided to change the course of her family and turn it upside down just because of the loneliness. Sarah traveled to Tunisia with her son to enjoy the place. Does look like it's a beautiful destination. The only thing I know about Tunisia is from Mohammed. Anyway, she met Haysam, a hot guy working in the hotel where she and her son were staying, who was checking her out. He actually asked for her number, and just like in the other video we saw about holiday love rats, Sarah went back home to the UK and then the love bombing started. But more than a bomb, this was an asteroid asking her to marry him over the phone.
And I said, yeah, all right, we'll get to know each other a bit more and get married next year or the year after. And he was like, no, I want to get married in November on my birthday. And I was like, why on your birthday? So because it means it will be a special day and I won't ever forget it.
For reference, she met the dude in May and the wedding was less than 6 months later. And a good chunk of that time, she was in the UK while the dude was in Tunisia. Yet, Sarah saw nothing wrong with it. She was happy to get married. I don't even think they had a proper date or a good long conversation. The wedding happened.
The wedding was lovely. I got pampered for the day. Loads of people was there. Party was lovely.
There was no reason for Sarah to think that Haytham was anything but the real deal.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
He always reassured me that he wasn't after me just for a visa, and he said about me moving over to his country.
Oh, he was so happy. Look at him, twirling like a little girl whose wife has a kidney problem and has to leave the country, and because they just got married, she needs help. And what better than to have her husband with her in the UK? And the fact she spent so much money in this relationship. Sarah spent approximately £6,000 between the wedding and resolving Haysam's visa problems, plus her kidney disease and her kid.
He came over on the 26th of March and it was hard. I'm not going to lie, I had no money, so there was no way of feeding us.
Her economy suffered such a blow that once they arrived in the UK, they didn't have money even to eat. She spent all her savings on marrying a stranger and solving his visa issues. Kinda irresponsible, don't you think? Especially having a child to take care of. In my opinion, that kid should be her priority, but once she met Haysam, it immediately changed. They both found labor jobs, and she was taking it like a boss, while Haysam was bitching about his hand and how difficult it was. I think he thought because she's all the way from the UK vacationing in Tunisia, she must have money, and even if she's a single mother, still has some cash to spare. Actually, the single mother thing probably pushed him into asking for her number, thinking maybe she's lonely or she's looking for a steady family. I don't think Sarah understood how vulnerable she was to being scammed.
After, I think, is his third week of working, I come home from work and he wasn't here.
Sarah had no idea where her new husband had gone, but his clothes were packed and it was obvious he was not coming back.
He couldn't take one more week of honest work and left her. Haysam sent her a message telling her, "I'm gone." He got what he wanted. It was clear what his intentions were, right? Sarah claims to be kind of heartbroken and kind of relieved. I don't know if I believe that. She was sick of him whining and being kind of useless, to be honest. But the investment she made on that man was still lingering. She really thought he was going to be there for her and that he was truly in love with her. He manipulated her into thinking that because, remember, Haysam asked for her number and waited until she left to call her because he couldn't stop thinking about her and wanted to marry her. Sarah loved that. I mean, wouldn't you? Be showered with compliments and promises from an attractive suitor? But those are words, sometimes meaningless. Like in this case. It's up to you to filter the bullshit, and what Haysam told Sarah was unfortunately nothing but bullshit. Sarah found out Haysam found another woman to scam. Imagine this dude, he had a job but decided work was not for him and women should pay for his lifestyle. I'm telling you, useless.
All of a sudden, this girl rang me saying, oh, he wants to come home, he loves you. And I said, well, what makes you think I want him home? Well, I don't want him here no more. Oh, your engagement ring. She went, does it have loads of hearts around it? It was like a Pandora heart ring. And I was like, yeah. She went, oh, that's my ring.
In a way, that phone call had to happen to let her know without a shadow of a doubt Haysam's intentions were dark from the very beginning. Sarah was so mad, she burned all of his clothes and belongings on a bonfire in her backyard. She was heartbroken, but still, she was under the fog. Haysam called her once his visa got cancelled, and you would think she hung up on the dude, but nope. She actually helped him get the visa. She went back to him again, opening the doors to her home.
We tried over the next few months, and then it come to May, he left again, and he come home after a few weeks and I fell pregnant. So me being me, I was like, oh, I'll give you this one last chance. He come back, he was lazy, still didn't do anything, still kept drinking every night. He stayed until I kicked him out.
I'm sorry for this because Sarah is clearly a victim of an international scam, but my god, this woman! It was bad when she picked a random stranger to hang out with her son. It was bad when the man ran away, leaving his wife for another woman because he refuses to work. And it was bad when he, after calling her for ulterior motives, ran away again. But the fact that after the third or fourth time he left, I lost count, to be honest, she fell pregnant is disturbingly irresponsible. Just because she was manipulated doesn't mean she forgot how to be an adult, a mother. I don't know. Am I being too tough here? I'm honestly more worried about the kid than anything else. And now there are 2 children in the middle.
He also threatened me a week before I gave birth to my daughter, saying that I couldn't keep him away from his daughter, it's his daughter, he's going to take her to his country and I would never see her again.
Sarah tried to revoke his visa, but it was too late. The dude is still living there. Doubt he will move back to his country.
Haysam told us he'd done nothing wrong, and previously he told a national newspaper that his relationship with Sarah was fine in Tunisia, but she stopped caring about him in the UK. She'd asked him to work while his hand was broken and only wanted him for his money.
What money? She paid for everything in Tunisia and in the UK. What the hell are you talking about, you idiot? It's very annoying to see blatantly obvious visa fraud happening and nothing happens to the scammer. I thought the visa paperwork was tougher than that, right? You have to prove that your relationship is not manufactured. There is an interview with experts. What happened here? Was it because of her health issues? Maybe they saw him more of a caregiver than a husband, and that's why his visa was ready in 2 weeks? I don't know. Haysam deserves deportation and his parental rights revoked because probably his involvement could bring so many more legal troubles and economic issues in the future. Sarah, while she was the victim of this story, was also an adult who made rush decisions thinking only of herself. I'm not into taking complete responsibility away from the victims. Yes, they were manipulated, but they also had ulterior motives. Sarah wanted a husband, and this dude came along and checked all the boxes. The alarms were ringing, and yet she decided to not pay attention and follow her heart. She has a child and didn't stop to think that bringing a complete stranger home could be a dangerous idea. I don't know. I have a heart, I swear. But once there are innocent lives in the middle, my undivided attention will go towards them. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I will love to hear them, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.